Is this, I think we're having the June conversation. Is this, I think we're having the June conversation.
Recording in progress.
Alrighty, so welcome. I'm Tom Volk, the chairman of the Kennebunkport Planning Board. This is a virtual planning board meeting. We're holding it versus the Zoom conferencing format. The agenda on the town website has information that the public needs to participate. If you wish to participate through Zoom, it's webinar number 847-7905-8621. You can also dial in by phone, 929-205-6099, and then enter that same meeting ID. As always, you can watch us on channel 1301 or on YouTube at Kennebunkport Television. During the meeting, only planning board and current participant will be selected to be on the screen with audio connected. Everyone else will be there, blacked out, audio muted. There's no public hearing. There's a single item on the agenda tonight. So I guess I will just proceed with attendance. Well, we know that Larry is missing, but we have Tom is here, Nina,
Here.
Scott,
Here.
Ed,
Here.
John,
Here.
George.
Here.
Okay, so either John or George will get to vote whenever we need to vote today, because Larry's missing.
I nominate the Honorable Mr. Harcourt.
I was
Okay,
going to pass to you.
well, this is the second time this week I've seen George. He was at the symphony on Monday night, as was I. Okay, anyway, so why don't we proceed with, I just did attendance, the approval of minutes. I noticed one very nice typo.
Oh, no.
And I had to tease her because it's, she's been trying for weeks to see a typo, and she finally had one. She had the breeding areas for birds rather than breeding. Now, I know breeding areas are more ponds where you feed the duck, but this was not what we were looking for. So she's going to fix that word. But
Also,
beyond
you
that,
bred the duck before frying the duck.
so do I have a motion here on the minutes?
Motion to approve the minutes.
Okay, a second.
I second that.
Okay, so I'm going to go through, and I'm in favor of that. Nina,
And
Scott,
In favor.
Ed,
In favor?
John.
In favor.
Okay. All right, that brings us to the first item on the agenda, which is number 220101, 28 Wildwood Avenue. It's a revision to a previously approved site plan, and Peterson Design Group is the authorized agent. So if we could bring Mr. Peterson forward.
Billy, could you bring me my food? Yeah. Thanks.
Now, Eric, does anybody else need to be in on this?
Pardon me?
Do you have any other people who wish to be brought into the webinar?
No, just me.
Okay. Just quickly, David, do we have any other how many people do we have witnessing the thing tonight? 3 attendees. Okay, thank you. So, Eric, proceed.
Okay, thank you. This is I guess technically an amendment, although there's no such thing as an amendment. It's a new application that amends the previous approval that was granted for this project. When we came to you the first time, we left some square footage and volume on the table as part of our 30% expansion, and the homeowners were disappointed that we didn't use every scrap of volume and area. So we are back asking for a full 30% expansion for the area. We're not at a full 30% for the volume, but what we've done is expanded just two corners of the house in a 5 by 7 foot rectangle out the back in an area where there was a deck shown and a patio on the previous application. So the footprint changes very slightly. Like I said, the area of the expansion goes up to come within a half a square foot of what the allowed 30% expansion would be. No second floor expansion, it's just on the first floor. So that's it in a nutshell. It's coming back to get the full amount that they're entitled to, because I played it safe and left some on the table. So
Eric, just to clarify, when you're talking about the expansion, you're talking about with respect to the existing structure, not the one that was proposed and approved.
no, this is a change to the proposed structure. We're still proposing a new structure. Yeah, we're still proposing to tear the house down that was there and do a new house that's a 30% expansion of the old house.
Of the house that is being torn down.
Correct. So taking the volume in the area of the old house and applying a 30% expansion to it. Our first application to the board left something like 70 square feet of volume of area on the table and a corresponding amount of volume. So like I said, the homeowners asked us to come back to you and asked to capture that additional 70 square feet of floor area.
Understood.
So Eric, it's still even less than the full 30%, as you said, correct?
It's a whisker under 30% as far as area, and yes, less than 30% as for volume too. Yes.
Thank you.
Okay, and you never applied for a building permit on the previous one, is that correct?
We did. So I have to everything. I've taken this and gone to the registry of deeds and gotten the approval, recorded in the registry of deeds, and so I've got to do these things all over again. Although the permit has not been granted because I told them to hold off.
Okay, so there's no problems on this, Werner, with, legality questions.
No, don't have any issues or objections with what's been presented. It's just, it's different than the application that was approved by the board. But I don't have any issues or concerns with it. And, as Eric stated, we have their application in-house. It's just, on hold, because we knew that he was going to be coming back before you.
Okay. All right, well, let's go through the board. Nina, do you have any questions on this?
If I don't break up, yeah, you mentioned decals on the windows that didn't have screens. And I would remind people that if you're going to do that, they should be
What?
profiles and so forth don't work very well. The Hawk profiles don't work very well. The UV decals close together do work to deter birds. And that's important in your area there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's right. I recall we'd had that discussion about the backside of this. The nice thing is it doesn't add no additional windows are proposed on the marsh side of the house. Nothing different than was approved the first time, I should say. The fenestration is exactly the same on the marsh side as what was approved.
Okay. That's all I have.
Okay, I just reviewing the old FOF and making sure, whatever terms we had on the old one are going to be there on the new one.
Mm-hmm.
So in terms of applicants not using fertilizer, pesticides on the lot, and precautions against bird collisions as described above will be, so that all of the words that were in the old FOF are going to still be there and still be conditions that you have to deal with.
That was my expectation, that would all stay the same.
Yeah. Okay. Ed, any other questions?
Only, in the interests of efficiency, I don't have a copy of the old FOF, but do you think that it would be possible to focus tonight, Eric, on the changes to the application from the previous one that was approved and this one? And then we could look at perhaps redlining. I know we'd issue a new one, but is there a way to look at the old FOF and say, oh, yes, here's the affected sections, and try to bound this exercise rather than expanding it? What does the board think of that to begin with? Let me ask. Do you think that's too confining, or do you think that's a reasonable approach?
It makes sense.
Sounds good to me.
You're trying to streamline it, is what you're saying.
I am.
Yeah,
It makes sense to me because I wasn't completely sure where the changes were.
I'm going to turn 70 next month. See, so I'm looking for ways to retain, focus and only concentrate on certain new things.
so just, I printed it, I grabbed it off of the deed registry of deeds.
Good.
And there's nothing on the first page. Okay, you'd have to update the expansions item 6 just says the expansions, so that's different. Volume, same thing. So the old one, item 8, was the new residence slightly reduces the intrusion into the 75-foot setback, maintains setbacks from the abutting properties in the street. Is that still the case?
That's still true. Yep.
Okay. And you have applied for a PBR.
Which we have.
You have a PBR. Do we have a copy?
I do. Werner should, because the DEP sends those to the town.
It's
Okay.
in the application, I think.
It
Oh,
is.
okay, super. All right.
Yeah.
So I'm just reading this thing there. Okay, the next thing is discusses the finished floor elevation,
That stays the same.
and that'll stay the same. No submission waivers. You're still not asking for waivers. And no performance waivers. And then we just get into the X's and O's here, and specifically say no, will not use fertilizers, pesticides in the slot, window screens, or other design to prevent bird strikes. So
Would it be helpful to you if I shared my screen and pointed to the floor plan and showed where the 2 expansion areas are?
yes, please.
That's exactly what I'd like to see. Yes, that'd be great.
Yeah.
So each of these wings, if you want to call them, this one and this one, are 7 feet wide. And so this 5 foot by 7 foot is a new expansion. And this 5 foot by 7 foot is a new expansion. So basically the old house used to come back and over, and used to come back and over. So we simply added 5 feet out right here and 5 feet out right here in this direction.
Oh, this is the second floor we're looking at?
No, that's the first floor.
On the
First
first
floor.
floor. So
There's no-
the second floor was already this size?
The second floor is actually smaller. We did not expand the second floor.
But you didn't change the footprint of the house.
We did here. Here, this landing used to be right here.
So that's how come you're not incurring any lot coverage penalty.
Correct.
There
And
was
this was
something there.
this was patio here before.
I see. Okay, good.
And the screen porch is in the same place?
Correct.
Okay.
So it
And
just gave them a little more space here and a little bit bigger pantry and laundry area. We were able to slide this bathroom down in the pantry and give them a better beach entry here.
All internal to the,
Yeah, we did some shifting around internally.
okay,
That makes sense?
thank you.
Yep.
Okay.
Mhm.
All right, so, does anybody, let's see, Scott, do you have anything, any comments?
Nope, I thought Nina's comments about the windows and the reaction was fantastic. So that's great. I'm fine.
Okay, George,
No further questions.
John?
No questions.
Okay, sounds like we got no questions. We got everybody ready to move this complete.
Yeah,
I would move that this application be considered complete.
I'll
I would
second that.
second that.
All right, moved and seconded. Now, I will review the people again. I'm in favor of that. Nina?
In favor?
Excuse me, Scott?
In favor.
Ed?
In favor?
John?
In favor.
And George? Well, I just said John, so that's good enough.
If I were voting, I'd be in favor.
All right. Anyway, so that just leaves us with, now, Nina, I know you did this the last time. Do you want to just do the markups, or shall we give it to someone else?
Did I do it?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah, I'll do it. No problem.
okay. Do you have a copy, you think, on your computer? All right.
I probably do. I probably
Okay.
do.
If not, just let us know. We can get you a copy.
Okay.
All right, because I got it off I probably had a copy too, and I just grabbed it off the
I thought
Registry
there
of
was,
Deeds, which is a PDF. So,
I thought there was a copy in the application. Even,
well, there might have been.
wasn't there?
I didn't see it.
No. Okay. Well, I'll pull it off my computer. If not, I'll get it from the office.
Yeah, I mean, it won't take much to do it. So hopefully we will just be able to have our public hearing and an FOF next time. But
Okay.
right now, all I can commit to is a public hearing next time, Eric.
Great. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Okay, so today's the 2nd, so that's the 16th is when we'll have the next one.
All right.
And remarkably enough, I'll take another motion if someone would like to adjourn this. It's
Thank you.
George, how about you do the
Thank you,
motion?
Eric.
Of course.
Pretty exciting. You know, I'd like to make a motion, Mr. Chairman, that we adjourn the meeting.
Do I have
I'll
a
s-
second?
I'll second it.
Okay, I'm in favor. Everyone else?
In
Yes,
favor.
All right. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay.
All right.
See you guys.
Good night, everyone.
Night.
Night.
Thanks.
Good night.
Night.